Hi and welcome, it's June from Avstar. We're going to give it till, I don't know, around about the 3rd of next month before we get in to do another positioning of the magnetic North Pole, but you can guarantee it will be coming. Big thanks to those few people over the last few days that have been chipping in a few bucks to support what we do. I'm just over here taking a look at Flight Radar 24. This is a free platform. Anyone can download it, and well, you don't have to download it, you just click on it and it'll go onto it live. But what I'm watching of interest at the moment is Northrop Grumman MQ-4C Triton, which is a high altitude surveillance aircraft. I have seen the Americans using Poseidons over the last few days, which is another reconnaissance aircraft. So they're just probably, I think the reason why they got this one in the vicinity, and it's just basically cruising up and down the coastline of Lebanon at the moment, just probably protecting the battle group that's out there, the US aircraft carrier group that's in the Mediterranean at the moment. And it's an early warning system. Costs around £100 million each, and is powered by a Rolls-Royce engine, real powerful one. Has a cruising altitude of around about 53,000 feet. I know you guys can't see that because I haven't got that part of the information on the screen capture program that I'm using at the moment, but it is at the moment cruising at 53,000 feet. What else can we say about that? Norfolk, well, this is the first time I've seen them using it in the Mediterranean, so they must be expecting something possibly to go on. I did watch yesterday the RAF air refueling vehicle flying over Turkish airspace, accompanied with two Typhoon fighter jets, and then trailing in the background was something like a Hercules, or is it a Globetrotter, something along those lines. Anyhow, wherever that was carrying and where it was going, probably I would say to a base somewhere in Iraq. I don't know, but just surprised that Turkey are allowing us at the moment, with what they've been saying recently, to use their airspace not only to use military cargo transporters, but also actual fighter jets over their airspace. You can see just almost centre left top that little cross in Turkey, just by the border of Syria. That's a Bayraktar drone. So there's a lot of surveillance going on from a few other countries, as well as the United States and the RAF from the British. And I just find it interesting, because I'll tell you why I'm checking in on this regularly throughout the day and on the evening, is because as soon as we see those civilian aircraft over Iraq and Iran clear the vicinity, you will know that there is going to be a missile strike from Iran, probably directed in the vicinity of Israel. So if you want to have information before it gets broken on mainstream media, and you've got the ability, get yourself on Flight Trader, or Flight Radar should I say, 24, and just occasionally have a look. What you're looking for is, obviously you can see I've highlighted one aircraft and it's NA, so there's not a lot of information on there, but it will, if it's military, we'll pull it up sometimes, what it is, and give you a better description. Sometimes it gives you the airspeed, sometimes it gives you the altitude, but not all the times. But it will throw a picture of the aircraft as well, usually, so you get an idea of what it is. And if you suspect it might be military, and it's as identified the type of aircraft, like a Poseidon, go and just Google it, and it will show you what it is and tell you what its purpose is. So we can track this. We don't have to be in the Pentagon to see what's going on. It's quite clear. They're using this very expensive drone for reconnaissance, and it's very likely to protect the battle group that's out there at the moment in the Mediterranean Sea from probably incoming missiles from Lebanon, or maybe Syria, and or it could even be coming from further south, from the Houthis, because they've recently in the last couple of months they all had a go, didn't they? It was Iran, Lebanon, Syria, and further down south from the Houthis, missiles coming in at all directions, and that's why the United States have a lot of hardware over there at the moment. That's why we're doing a lot of reconnaissance over here as well, from the UK RAF. So, well worth having a look. You might get information before it happens. And let's face it, this is a tinderbox. What we're watching. If all these countries launch a large scale attack on Israel, that could be the precipice to start Third World War. And we're already have another tinderbox in the further north, in Ukraine, and with what is taking place with Russia, Belarus, and Poland, and all the other Baltic states. It's on the edge, closer than now than it has ever been. So now is probably a time to check off some of them things. If you're in the position to do it, just check off those things that you probably would have left to a later date with your preps, and get them now. You know what, I've always said this, there's nothing wrong with prepping. It's a one-off most of the time. Insurance policy, you get your bug out bag, you fill it up with your necessities first of all, the things that you can't live without, and then you get the the more luxury items that would just be nice to have in your bug out kit, so that if you ever had to resort to using it, you've got that little insurance policy that can look after you and your family. I'll guarantee you this, if you spend just $200 on a few things and put them in a backpack, you would be 1,000 times better off than anyone else that hadn't done that. And of course, once you've got your bug out bag prepped, and you've got your things there, a little bit of food storage is always a good thing to have around. It could be that you use that food storage at a particular point in the month when your funds are running low and you haven't got money to buy groceries. That's happening in the UK and other countries around the world, so it's just handy to have. Maybe you might want to think about that. So what we're looking for is those civilian aircraft to clear over Iraq and Iran, and then you could be witnessing something happen before it does, and before it gets obviously broken on the mainstream media. And it basically is just televising or sending a telegram to Israel that something is coming imminently when they do that, because that is exactly what they did a couple of months ago. I just by chance went onto Flight Radar 24 and I could see all the aircraft was being diverted around Iraq, Syria, Lebanon and Iran. So yeah, that's it. We'll be back in a couple of days with a latest magnetic pole reversal around about the 3rd of next month for you. And big thanks again to those that are supporting us here at the observatory. We're here in your corner, keeping you updated on that as well. You stay safe. I'll say what I usually do, as always. Bye for now.